Hey geeks, it's Curtis. How are you guys doing? This is going to be a bonus episode, so it's a little different. If you're just hearing this one as your very first Geekin on WW podcast, it's not like the usual ones that I do on Mondays, but every once in a while I like to send you guys a little bonus episode. And I thought this one was a really good one that Glen Kessler and I recorded last Friday night. It was Valentine's Day. But we got on the Facebook Live, and I wanted to talk to Glen about the G3, the Grand Geekin Gathering. It's going to be our Geekin Family Reunion next February 2021. We're a year away. And I just want to let you know that we talk about the Grand Geekin Gathering, and we're throwing around some dates, and things have changed since we were talking last Friday. We had some folks that were concerned that the weekend that we were talking about, which is President's Day and Valentine's Day next year, is going to be a really extremely difficult and busy weekend that we learned from this year. So we all got together and started asking what would be a better weekend. That's one that involves Kevin Curtis Allen, who's coming, and something that Glen could come, and a lot of our people that were committed to come to this event. So we're changing it. It's going to be the weekend starting Thursday, February 18 is when I plan on being there, going all the way through Sunday, the 21st, with Sunday's going to be the big meetup that we're planning. So that is if you want to come, that's the big weekend to come. And then we're going to be there. Glen's going to be there during the following week, and I'll be there that next week too. So it's also the Princess Run. So if you're going to plan on running, you'll be there while we're there too. So you'll hear us talk about the dates. I just wanted to make that clear that we have changed. So be looking for those dates and come book with us. Come book and talk with Mama and Auntie Judy about booking for the Grand Geeking Gathering. They're starting to get interest already for that. I started a private Facebook group just for this. Just for people who want to go to the Grand Geek Gathering. Got over 50 people there in that group already, so it's really exciting. Glen and I also talk about the weekend that he spent with me when I was down in Disney World, and Mom and Judy and Ken, and he was down there for the weekend. So you'll hear us talk about how much fun we had for that weekend. So I hope you enjoy this Thursday bonus release, and look for the second part of Mom and Judy and Ken and I's trip report from Judy's living room with Wendy Fox interviewing us. The second part is coming out Monday. So have a great weekend, guys. Hope you enjoy this bonus episode. Love you. Talk to you later. Hey guys, it's Curtis. I am getting ready to go live on Facebook here. Glen Kessler, I think, is going to join. We're going to talk about G3. Maybe answer some questions from the Geekin family. 8 o'clock on a Friday night. It was the only time I could get Glen. He's so busy. I hope he joins in. There he comes. All right, so I'm going to go live with Glen here in a second. And you guys that are on Patreon are going to get to hear us. Hey, Glen.
Hey, Kurt.
You can hear me. I turned my recorder on. I was talking to Patreon people in case I put this on Patreon. Awesome. I've been having fun doing that. How you doing?
Clear, or are you getting echo from me?
No.
Okay, good.
He's so professional.
Mic check. Yeah, not professional at all. I had totally planned on doing this on my phone, and I had all these notes on my computer to talk about. And then I remembered that this format can't work on the phone, right? So we have to do this on the laptop.
Yeah, it does work better. That's right. I think my hat looks
I
crooked.
don't think I could do it on the.
There's a hat. I can't get that right.
Looking good. Yeah,
I got the red
Mickey.
I got
Happy Valentine's Day.
The Valentine's. I knew I was supposed to. I've been wearing my Merritt Island breakfast place sweatshirt. Oh, what do you got there to drink? Lemonade?
Mule. Moscow Mule.
Moscow? Oh my gosh.
My Oktoberfest.
Wow. Here, I'm going to go live.
Awesome.
I see Kevin Curtis Allen was... he put in a note here on our stream. You know what's funny, Glen, is this stream... Well, it's kind of fun that when I posted and scheduled this, it posted into the Facebook group, and then some people have been having a little discussion here. Well, it's a really cool discussion. Started with Wendy Fox saying she's going to go G3 from February 11th through February 15th, and then Jen Batchelder comes in and starts the conversation. All of a sudden, it becomes this girls solo thing going on, and they're going to set up a chat. And so that is really cool. I'm seeing some excitement gaining already for G3. Awesome. 1 year away, Glenn.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think it was Carl Casavecchia, if I'm saying the last name right, who realized that we were 1 year away yesterday or today from.
It's funny. I remember we met in December. We had a cool little group get on Facebook Live and starting to think about what the dates would be. And I know you had a little bit of struggle. This is a tough time for you with your work. And I think Rob was even trying to figure out this weekend, what turns out to be Valentine's weekend a year from now. Now, of course, it's all around Kevin Curtis Allen.
Isn't it always?
Kevin's saying your lights are blinding me, Glenn.
Let me see what I can do here, Kev. How's that? Now you've just got the light off of my pasty white skin.
He should be sleeping. There's like a streak, like an angel streak going down your screen.
I can see that.
Can you see that?
I'm going to get that off. Yeah, I mean, it's coming from the
light. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that.
The light's not in the picture anymore.
He's got an angelic light.
Yeah, that's my aura.
His orb.
Let me see. Maybe I'll turn the whole thing around.
There's Marissa. Hello, Marissa. And Samantha. Yeah, look at Samantha's saying they got a good girls group going. Samantha, I don't know if you saw that, Glenn. She ran up to Albany. She's from New York City, and she ran up to see Wendy at a mall up there.
Oh, that's great.
There's some friendships like being created or something from this group. Oh, yeah. Seems huh?
Yeah, that's got to make you proud.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
King of Prussia one that happened a couple of days ago. Actually, that was last weekend, I think.
There was another one?
Yeah, the King of Prussia mall. They
with Rob
and Stacy Brown Zito and oh my gosh, one other person. Yeah, there was just a couple of
Christy.
Was it Christy?
Christy's from that area.
Yeah.
I'm setting up my phone over here. I just saw. I have some questions from people that come in through the Facebook group. I was gonna, when they ask to be a member, there's questions. I might use those if we want to chat through that stuff too. Who else is chiming in here? You know what? It's the only bad thing I like about the StreamYard is sometimes I can't tell who the message is coming from. So I'm going to go sign up on my Facebook over here so I can see it. Turn the volume down so I don't get my voice coming back. But I'm seeing a lot of excitement for G3 already.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's still reeling from all those trip reports and all the chatter from the last one, and then the January trip, which was like a mini G3 without even planning it. Right? You say you met 20 geeks over the week.
Yeah, I think I finally came to 21. Now I don't remember what that last one was, but I think I did meet 21. But that little special time, I was looking back at the pictures where it was you when we met up with Rodell, and then the Castros were there. Deirdre, I don't know that was
Jeff Opolka.
Yeah, Jeff Opolka was there, and then Mom and Judy and Ken and everybody. So that kind of had a little feel. It's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, totally.
Like a mini G3 moment there.
Yeah, that was so exciting, and I've been loving listening to the Patreon walks that we've been doing in the morning. Congratulations, by the way, on getting up in the morning. Ungodly hours, it sounds like 4 and 5 in the morning, and there's no Rise of the Resistance to go to. So congrats on you for getting out there and trying to meet your health goals. That's exciting.
Yeah, I was 2 weeks. I'm going. Thank you so much. I'm
Carl, probably.
That is Carl. So I was just saying, it's sometimes we don't see, right? That's saying Facebook user. If you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give Facebook approval to use your name.
And I owe Carl a response on Facebook Messenger. I'm trying to get out to Cleveland to visit with him and Aunt Judy for an Indians game. And on May 16th or something like that. I'm still checking with my wife, Carl. I haven't really actually seen her in the last couple of days. It's been pretty hectic around here. I literally just ran over from next door. The third graders, my third grader and a bunch in the neighborhood are doing something for the STEM project. So we're making rockets after a full work day, making rockets, and now jumping online. So I'll talk to her tonight, I think. Valentine's night should be a good time to talk to her, and I'll let you know.
I see. This is EJ. EJ Cruz is there.
EJ. Hey, EJ.
It's saying Facebook user. Cat Silva. That's Cat Silva saying hi. Hey, guys. Glenn and I are going to talk about a little bit of G3. Yeah, so I was just saying the dates. We were kind of struggling a little bit with would those dates work. And Kevin was even talking about being at Universal that first week that he's there. And would he even make it over to Disney by the weekend? But we seem to have worked that out, don't you think? It looks like the dates are starting to really mimic the last G3 in terms of, a weekend. I really want to promote that first weekend with it's kind of cool that Valentine's is falling in on that on that Sunday. But yeah, we were talking, who was I talking with? I was talking with Kevin. I had a little G3 meetup with him on a Saturday. And it just said Glen Kessler is watching me. That's funny. I don't know why. I already know that, Facebook. Thanks. But yeah, and he was talking about, remember how we had the Thursday night over at Bay Lake Tower?
Yep.
And then that was was that an impromptu? No, you guys had that planned, didn't you?
Yeah, Rob had coordinated that.
Yeah.
As for those who arrived early.
Okay. And then Friday night, well, we had some things that we were trying to do there Friday. It actually worked out to be a pretty fun day for us. I know I got stuck in Epcot.
Skyliner strikes again.
Where I got a chance. Well, that was the debacle of the planned Tower of Terror Judy moment that fell through.
Oh, the rain. That's right. That was Friday. Right.
Yeah, it was crowded too. Remember, it was crowded.
Yeah.
But then I got to meet your brother, and I had a bunch of people show up. I mean, met Rob for the first time. So that was the Friday. But the night, that Friday night was fun with Wine Bar George.
Yeah.
That is I really enjoyed that place, and that was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
And the first time I met Kevin. So I almost, I was thinking about this before we got on. It's like, I don't think we got to repeat the first one.
Right.
And I mean, I'm starting to see all these people interested in going. I'm starting to go, wow, this could be bigger. Not that it has to be bigger. It was pretty special just the way it was.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was amazing the way it was. And, if it's anything close to that experience, then I think, new people and returning people are just going to, I think you're gonna get addicted to it is what it is. Cause like now I can't imagine going to Disney and not seeing geeks and not hanging out, I mean, families will have their plans and, alone time is good, but, really fun to punctuate, have these activities and come together, those organic, kind of amoeba moments or some of the planned moments are just too much fun. Really, those are some of the best memories.
The ad hoc stuff just running into people and
right.
Amazingly often running into people was so much fun. So if there's more people, there's more opportunity to run into others. But yeah, right. I like the way you put that. I think I want to make sure people, and I think they will anyway, but I'd love for them to come to that Sunday meetup and definitely do the Kessler run on Saturday. Like I just want to follow that same pattern really of some of the bigger things that we did that were fun and everyone liked them. And then I'd like to get that big picture again in Mexico or out in front of the ball kind of thing. As long as there's not construction or something, who knows, that gets in our way. But hey, we got someone from Australia. That's Adam Bloomfield.
Awesome.
The other side of the world.
I'm a quarter Australian. I got to get there someday.
Are you really?
See my family.
Nick is here. Kevin says hi to Nick. What is Kevin still doing up anyway? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Starting at 8, we'd miss him. Damn it.
Amanda. We saw Amanda. Remember Amanda? We rode the Slinky Dog with Amanda.
Right. Caught her coming out, going back in. Yeah, it's good to have so many So many people tuning in. I didn't know, if we were going to go live at 8:00 on Valentine's on a Friday night, if anyone would tune in. But
did you do something for Valentine's?
No, we're going to do it on Sunday. So we had this STEM project for my 9-year-old, my third grader.
Okay.
So there were 4 or 5 third graders at our next door neighbor's house. They have a third grader too, and we were building rockets. So
cool.
The moms were over there and they couldn't figure it out. So I was called over to apply any engineering skill I might have. We figured it out. So
nice.
So now that night, our night was taken, but we'll do something Sunday. We'll go out for dinner or something.
So Christy's saying Happy Valentine's Day. So I don't know how how can we walk in on Christy on Valentine's Day next year, Glenn? You were with me when we photobombed her at the Wilderness Lodge. She was getting her engagement pictures.
By and looked out the window, and I was like, I think that's Christy. And you were like, yep. That's
by the pool getting her engagement pictures. That was so awesome. We're like, hey, we can take your picture. She was laughing, but Glenn, I had that in my head when I was thinking back on that moment 2 weeks ago when she was getting married on the boardwalk. And you probably heard my story if you listened to the Patreon recordings, but I was like, we were at Beaches and Cream. So she had told me she was getting married. I think it was 2:30 on that Saturday. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, well, I wonder where I'm going to be at that time. And oh my gosh, I'm going to be at Beaches and Cream. I got a 110 Beaches and Cream reservation. I'm going to be right there in the area. She's going to think I'm stalking her. I'm yes. This is really creepy probably. But anyways, I had kind of forgotten about it, and I was eating, and I'm always the first to finish. I eat so fast, and they like to hang around, and I get antsy. I can't sit still, so I get up, and I'm like, I love the boardwalk, so I'm just going to go out and walk the boardwalk. I think I'll go out. Do you guys mind? Nah, we're good. So I go out there, and I'm just like, okay. I'm looking, boy, it's so nice, and I'm looking across, and there's the pavilion. I went, oh my God, I think Christy's getting married. I'm looking at my watch. What time is it? And I don't know. I don't think I even registered in my mind what time it was. I just start walking over there. And I couldn't believe she starts walking down the aisle as I'm walking up. I mean, it's just perfect timing.
That is so funny.
And I swear, Christy, she's saying it's awesome.
Yeah, not stalking.
I am not. I swear to God, I'm not creepy. I'm not the creepy internet guy. I don't ever want to be the creepy internet guy. But it was so cute.
Pictures that you sent from that day were really funny too. There was some bouncer guy looking out at you. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? He didn't know that you knew the bride.
They probably, yeah, I know. I could have said, but he probably never believed me. Yeah. It was just too creepy, I think. Right. But I wanted to take some pictures and video for her because I think she actually would thought it'd be kind of fun. Yeah. I sent it to her late. I waited a little while after before I sent it to her, but yeah, that was. I thought I might run into them because I knew they were doing a dessert party, and so I was looking. Oh, Jen, Kevin keeps saying hi to everybody. He's he knows everybody. Oh, Jen Galambos, he's saying hi to.
Love Kevin.
So, Christy, yes, midday in Australia. Yeah, whatever. It's the opposites.
Oh, wow.
It's always the opposite. So it's 8:00. No, wait a minute. Midday? I think it's 8:00 in the morning there. Or 9 in the morning. That's midday for me.
10 o'clock, time for margaritas.
I was really worried about my morning routine changing it, but I really wanted to get off. I'm gonna be chasing. There's Jen. I'm really gonna be chasing you around next time this year, Glenn. I'm gonna keep up with you.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, I was thinking back in hindsight when we met that Broadway singer, and she was like, I'm gonna go get drinks afterwards. We should have been like, come on, where are you going? Let's go.
Did she? Yeah. What did she say to us?
She saw we had just picked up some drinks from I can't remember what the American place. They were like,
you were like, let's grab a beer. Yeah, let's grab a beer.
I had a slushie or something like that, and she called us over. She was like, come on over here. I want to say hi to you. she's like, I was just about to go get a drink. And, I was
An
thinking
adult
back
drink.
and I was like, we should have said, come on, let's go to Jelly Rolls or something like that. Let's go have a drink.
I think she would have.
I bet you she would have too. Yeah, absolutely. She was like, there wasn't a big crowd, and she's so down to earth.
Well, yes. And what was fun about that, when you and I were in line, which didn't end up to be too bad a line, except for that 5 o'clock line was the longest line I ever seen.
Ridiculous.
For the entertainment there at the American Pavilion.
Show, yeah.
That was 2 shows worth of lines.
Yep.
And they said that to us, right? There were people knowing they were going to be in line for the second show.
Yeah, I asked the cast member. I jumped over and asked the cast member when we were walking past. I said, there's a lot of people. Are they getting into that? And she was like, no, this is people who are going to only make it into the second show. So you and I, who had wanted to go listen to the Broadway, we had kind of, cashed out on that, said that's not happening for us tonight. If this is the line for the first one, we won't get the second, we won't get the third, but pleasantly surprised, right? When we walked back around that area and the line was something, but it wasn't big.
So I love this. We're gonna have this conversation, Glenn, of what we did for your weekend. I forgot to even talk about that. That'll be fun. So yeah. Christy says, "Can we do jelly rolls this G3?"
Oh yeah,
that is on my to-do list. And I was thinking, someone else mentioned it too last time we got together to talk. I think it was maybe back in December. I want to do karaoke now. Yeah. They do that in kimonos, I think, in the Swan.
Like the Swan,
I just know I did karaoke in Jelly Rolls. It was a special thing though, because I think my conference rented out the place for the night. We had a live band and stuff, and that was so much fun. So that's 2 things. I'm afraid to add a lot of things, but people are going to do what they're going to do. People are going to. I think if it happens like it did last time, there will be people organizing things, and I kind of want to keep track of who's organizing what. There's Deirdre's, and so yeah, Christy. I mean, I'm all on board. I have never done jelly rolls. Officially with the piano players. Have you done that, Glenn?
No, that's been on my to-do list for, I want to say, like the last 3 trips. Just never seems to make the cut. I don't know why.
So getting back to your weekend that we had a few weekends ago, which was, I mean, that couldn't have gone any better, could it? I mean,
no, and quite honestly, thanks to you. I mean, that was an unbelievable experience. But the highlights were moments that were either facilitated by you and this podcast, or directly because of you. I mean, the meeting Rodell and going on his whirlwind mayor's tour, VIP tour of the Festival of the Arts was something I will never forget. I mean, I feel like we just got on like a magic carpet, and he was like Aladdin. He was like, I'm going to show you a whole new world. And we just went from artist to artist, introductions, greasing the awkwardness of meeting these people. And then you've mentioned it a few times, but that Paige O'Hara moment was just like unbelievable, legendary, kind of stuff. I mean, to recognize Rodell's place in things, that he can just cut the line VIP style and get right up there, to meet a star, someone who, has 2 amazing things that she's done, the voice of Belle. I mean, what can you do about that? And then now to be an artist and a celebrated artist in the Disney community was incredible. But to jump that line and tell that story.
I didn't know we were jumping the line.
None of us did until the end, and we walked away.
We were just doing our thing. He was cutting every line. Truth be known, I didn't know who she was. So I was like, and it's fun. I want to get back to the so I was worried about you coming, in that we wanted to do the Rise of the Resistance. So I knew we got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I know how you can go hard. I was like, and you had even said, let's do jelly rolls, I think, that night. Early in the day.
Thoughts for that night.
You had thoughts for it, but when you turned to me and said, how about if we just do the Broadway show and then maybe watch the fireworks, and then, because we had talked about doing a late night over at Disney Springs. That was part of we had thought about doing that too. Right. And I was like, dude, I think that's a great idea.
You're off the hook.
I think I'll be better set up to do the Rise of the Resistance at 5 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm so glad that we made that call, because you slept through it. I don't know how you slept through it, but I was out in the guest room, or I was out in the main, kind of living area on the couch sleeping. I want to say, what time did we get to bed? Maybe 11 or something like that. I might have fallen asleep.
Was it even that late? Because I think it was even earlier.
Yeah, it was probably 10. I listened to a
like,
podcast and drifted off to sleep. I want to say I probably got to bed around 10:30, 11 or something like that. But man, at 2:30 in the morning, I don't know if you've told this one on any of the podcasts.
I don't think so.
At 2:30 in the morning, I was woken up by noise, yelling.
You wonder if you're dreaming, probably.
Yeah, I thought so. And I was coming to. And then I started to hear it clearer and clearer. The walls must be pretty thin because there was some couple, husband and wife, who were going at it, fighting.
Yeah, scary fighting. Like
they were scary fighting. They were yelling and saying nasty things, and this went on for about 20 minutes. And at a certain point, I stayed awake because I didn't even know if I was going to have to call the police.
Yeah.
If I started hearing, thuds and noises and stuff like that. I mean, they were really going crazy. 2:30 in the morning, yelling at the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
At one another, just nonstop.
I kind of suspected I was in a bad neighborhood when I was put in the far end of Old Key West.
The Old Key West ghetto.
Well, sorry about that. I tried to give you a good accommodations. I never had that before.
So, I turned that lemon into lemonade. So I was hungry. I had to go to the bathroom. I was like kind of awake at that point. So I was like, I'm getting up, and I didn't want to wake you and Mama and Judy and Ken up. So I put on my jacket and I had my clothes on already. I actually didn't pack any change of clothes. It was all one big day for me. So 3.5 hours after going.
Do you remember what you brought for a suitcase?
What's that?
What was your suitcase?
My suitcase was a Ziploc baggie, a sandwich Ziploc baggie that had my toothbrush and a couple other little knickknacks in it, and that was it. But yeah, so I walked from the ghetto all the way, 10, 15 minutes to the meeting house, the kind of main house over by Olivia's, and it was open. The cleaning crew was there doing some work, and I just sat down in there and kind of relaxed. I like walking around Disney properties early in the morning, late at night when there's not many people. So that was really special. And I started to get hungry, so I was like, no buses are running. There's no food open. Yeah. So I opened up my Uber app. And I have never ordered Uber food before.
Yeah.
But I ordered from, I think it was IHOP, and they came and delivered me an omelet and hash browns and stuff like that to Old Key West main house. It was there in like 20 minutes, and I had a nice little meal all by myself. And it was about 5 o'clock at that point. You texted me after you woke up, and you were like, "You gone already?"
Yeah, I was like, "He's gone." I didn't even give him cab money.
Yeah, exactly. So I came back. I walked back, met you there, and we went together to do the Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Very exciting, eventful. 2:30 a.m. until 5 a.m. Sunday morning. So
oh my gosh, I
didn't sleep a lot.
I didn't know that whole story.
Yeah,
Uber Eats. Kevin says.
Yeah, Uber Eats. It was decadence. It was awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah, so we got over to the Rise of the Resistance, and the bus was the whole thing worked pretty well each time that I went. Where we got on we got at least start walking towards that bus about 5:45, and they were usually a few minutes early before 6, and got us over in plenty of time. I had that question. Someone was emailing me this week. They're concerned. He said, "I've got." Did he say he had 4 kids? I don't know. He's got young kids. I don't know if it was 4, but that he doesn't think he can get them up early enough to get them into the park. And he's reading all this stuff about doing Rise of the Resistance. Now, his trip's not till July, so who knows? One thing I want to say to him is, who knows what it's going to be like in July? I can tell you what our experience was, 2 weeks ago. And that, he was wondering if he could get into the park and then at 7 o'clock add all of his family. I was like, I had to check with Mom first, but yeah, right. You got to have everybody in the park. You can't have somebody be sleeping back at the room.
I mean, technically the Magic Band is the only thing that has to be in the park.
Yeah.
It has to have tapped in at a Mickey. And if they're not taking fingerprint scans, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but
I don't know how we could get all 5.
yeah, just line them up on your arm. Bang, 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 bang.
They might. No, they might frown upon that.
Definitely frowned upon. Maybe more frowned upon than tapping in with someone else's magic band and then running it to them right as they stand right next to where they just tapped in and giving it back to them.
Yeah, we're hopping all over the place here, but I want to go back to the night before when we had a great day in Epcot. We did all the Rodell and all that stuff. Where did we eat? Did we eat that night?
I don't even remember eating anything. I was trying to go back over. I think we snacked a little bit around.
You did. I mean, you and Rodell had something in the booths, and
yeah, we just had that one. I had.
Oh, did we do Morocco that day?
You and everyone went to the quick service at Morocco.
Okay, that was that day? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was that day. And then I had a fast pass for Soarin'.
Oh, that's right.
I have never ignored my fast passes like I did those 2 days. That was crazy. I missed every fast pass other than that Soarin' one.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to go get a fast pass.
He wanted to go do his ride. So that's right. So I did. Yeah. So that was the day at Morocco. But anyways, so then we said, yeah, we're going to do. I got to tell you something. And this was a question I had from Facebook, was to talk about our favorite live shows or entertainment. I was really impressed with the entertainment this last trip. It's always good. I don't know why it kind of just stuck in my mind. Sometimes these things just do. But that entertainment, I was so glad. Mom and Judy were not like into going to see this Broadway music, but to have those 4 entertainers, and we noticed too. Glenn and I were in line, and there was somebody up there with a spotlight, and we realized they were broadcasting live on the Disney blog,
the Parks blog.
Parks blog. Mm-hmm. So it was a full crowd, but I don't think it was in that 8 o'clock. It was totally sold out. You probably could get in there at that 8 o'clock slot. But to have 4 entertainers of Broadway caliber, I mean, I've seen the Kissy Simmons, and what's the other guy's name?
Gavin Lee.
No. Alton Brown.
Not Alton Brown.
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown, the chef.
I saw him at Disney World.
I can't remember his name. He had 3 names. Yeah.
Yes, but they were fantastic. They were just fantastic. Yeah, the one you just mentioned there that played Bert on Broadway. Man, he kicked it off, and they all kind of played their thing, what they're known for, their song or one of their songs from the shows. Amanda says she watched it live. We did too, Amanda. Yeah. But it was just fantastic, and the woman who played Ursula on Broadway, the one that Glenn and I met, I forgot her. Is it Heidi something?
Heidi
Fitzsimmons? Blickenstaff, yeah. She's gorgeous, first of all. So when we were in line, there was a bunch of Broadway geeks. They were fun to talk to, weren't they?
Yeah, they were geeks of another
it was kind of fun. Like here we are, we've been hanging out with our Disney geeks, and then we just got in this line, and we're swarmed by this Broadway geeks, and they're so excited to go to the show, and they're telling us all about it. So when we got out of the show, and Heidi was coming up there, and she was signing some autographs, and it just happened to be some of those ladies that were with us when we were in line. I mean, what are the chances, right? Right. But then Heidi kind of picked us out of the crowd and brought us over, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was a day of VIP, from Rodell marching us up to.
We got a great picture with her.
Like, I think she looked and she saw. I don't know. I'm thinking because it was a lot of I don't know how we look, but we're definitely 2 guys, kind of standing there, and she was like, That's odd. I got to talk to those 2 guys. What are they doing here? Right? They don't look like the normal people who come to my show.
We got a great picture with her, though. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
My daughter would have loved that for sure, Lindsay. Yeah. But and you had never seen the fireworks show, the new one.
No, yeah, that Epcot Forever, which is temporary, which is very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great, and we had a good spot, didn't we?
Yeah, where did we end up? In the Were we in Mexico?
Just a little. Yeah, it was almost to Mexico.
Almost there.
And so there's a tiny little island right there by where the gate comes through. And what that did is that forced the jet skis to come very close to shore. So the kite was like almost overhead. It was like you felt like you could reach out and grab it. It was so close. And when those kind of LED tails and I have not seen any video of this. I hope I'm not spoiling it for anyone. Just cover your ears for 10 seconds. But that there were fireworks shooting out of the back of the kites on the last song where they were lit up. I was amazed by that. I thought that was so beautiful.
Hey, Jeffrey. Yeah. And we had seen it earlier in the week. We had that dinner package at the Rose and Crown, which
sounded amazing.
Fantastic. That blew us away. You'll hear us. So the Judy living room episode comes out Monday, at least half of it, where Wendy came down, but you'll probably hear a lot of our restaurant talks, and you'll hear us just loving that. That was just sit down, and it was a great meal, and just have a great seat there. But the kites weren't I don't think even as close as what you saw that time. It definitely jumped out to me that they were close. Oh, so Marissa's got a question. Do they always sign after the show? So she was like the only one I noticed doing some signing. I didn't see any of the other performers out there. I could have missed it, but she seemed to have made the real effort to come out and do that. Mm-hmm. The actress performing when I'll be there, Mary Poppins, years ago when I saw the movie. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I don't know. I can't promise that, Marissa, because it seemed that was something she did. I'm not sure all of them do that.
Yeah, it's hard to know because that was a real special night. It was the last night that they were there after whatever run they had had. It was a night that they had been videotaped for the Parks blog. So maybe that was them doing their, final, thank yous to the crowd, knowing that there might have been some diehards there or whatever. So probably. I don't know. I mean, I was talking to Kevin John, and this is obviously the other side of the spectrum. This is the visual artist, but I was talking to him about when he comes up for his signings, and he'll arrive early and walk around, Epcot World Showcase, kind of meeting and greeting. He'll do a little something afterwards. So I think these guys are pretty approachable, and they're happy to be there. They're on vacation a little bit. I mean, it's work for sure, but they also it's Disney. Yeah. And I think that that kind of energy and that those chance encounters that pixie dust, kind of moments. I think they get enjoyment out of that too. So I wouldn't put it past. Just keep your eyes peeled, and you might have a little magical moment.
Yeah, I thought the artists we met, I was pretty inspired, first of all, by the one that said he lost 50 pounds. That was the first thing that I was like, that put me, they were all so nice. They were all very nice guys and ladies. And so that was, again, really fun. So that was our Saturday. That was the day you arrived. So that was a whole lot of fun. Well, like you said, we thought we were going to go out to lunch with Rodell. It was going to be a nice, quiet thing with, it's like we always say, you got a plan A, but there's always plan B when you go to Disney World, right?
I got my annual pass that morning on my way into Epcot, and I went and bought tables in Wonderland. Partly, I mean, I'm going to use it for the year, but partly because I was like, this is going to be an expensive meal I'm buying for Rodell and his wife and Kurt and myself. And I was like, I'm going to get that 20%. So I had envisioned us sitting down at restaurant Marrakesh or Spice Road Table or something like that.
Did you?
Quiet meal discussing. I was like, we'll talk about podcasts and art, and it'll be lovely and very, very erudite.
Worked it all in your head. Worked it all out in your head.
The exact opposite happened.
So what happened?
The whirlwind tour. That Rodell. I think Rodell. It was funny because we had just kind of the plan was when we first picked him up, it was just you, me, him, his wife, and the grandbaby. And I think we were going to leisurely go hit the kiosks and maybe look around. And then the geeks came, and then Mama Judy and everybody, Deirdre and Jeff O'Pook and everyone kind of came there. And I think Rodell, if I'm being honest, I think Rodell might have been like, what the heck is happening? What just hijacked my event? he was like, I'll show them what Rodell can do.
Yeah. Well, he has his
It was on.
grandson there too with his wife. His grandson was there too that he didn't expect to have, I think.
No,
Till
that
last
was
minute.
like very spur of the moment. Their son had something to do, and so they were like, "Can you watch the baby?" And he was young. I thought when they said my grandkid, here at Epcot, and I was like, I don't know, figuring like a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, something like that. But he was 3 months old or something like that. I mean,
yes,
tiny baby.
So Amanda just says she's a fan of hanging out by the stage, or I got something. I'll share. I can't tell who, but Lindsay and I are going to a Broadway show in March. I should know the date because it's getting closer to March.
Yeah.
But one of our listeners knows someone who works at the show and might be able to get us backstage. And Lindsay almost lost it because we're going to stay over a night. And she says, well, we weren't going to stay overnight, but she's like, if you don't mind, it's going to be a night show. Could we stay late and try to see people after the show? And I was like, okay. But then we decided to get a room to stay overnight in New York. So, but one of our listeners might really catch us some pixie dust for that. So,
wow, that is awesome.
How cool is that?
That is cool.
Yeah. So then we were talking about getting into the Rise of the Resistance. Your brother Jeff was there, and he had the kids. He had the whole family with him. They were sleeping sort of like in his arms.
Yeah, they were not happy about being up that early, and they came pretty much just to get the Rise of Resistance. But then I think they were like, well, if we're here at Rope Drop, let's do Slinky Dog and then be gone. And so that was their plan. And like you said, when we all went on to get our boarding groups, you came out the winner with boarding group like 18 or 14 or something. And Jeff got late 60s. I got early 70s. So we kind of thought, okay, we'll go together. But then over the course of the day, the ride kept breaking down. I mean, it would break down. Yeah. Obviously, I think yours might have been the first breakdown or even the second breakdown of the day. And we had it down to pretty good science by the end of it. When that thing breaks down, it's 1 hour. That they don't bring it back online. That just must be the amount of time they need to cycle through their operations to make sure that they're good to go again, get the green light.
So far, yeah.
So it kept breaking down. So, you noticed that. And then, of course, the combined, thing that you had your lunch reservation over at Animal Kingdom, and it was getting close, and you didn't know if you were going to be able to redeem your boarding group,
fasting pass, yeah.
Board. And right as it, we had given up and kind of
we're walking away.
Out, they said no, we're taking. And
we started. We saw people start moving. I'm like, are you guys open again?
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're like, I'm like,
that's when you did a really crazy thing though, which I couldn't believe, and really told me so much about you and your character, Kurt. I mean, I know you've written on it earlier in the week, but you said, what, judging these, how much it's going down today, this thing might not come back on before you have to get.
Yeah, I didn't want you to be all the way down there and not get on it. I had, I mean, it wasn't that unselfish because I had a whole week. I was going to be there during the week.
Well, still, I'm going to sing your praises, man, because that was just such a beautiful gesture.
Well, the only thing
it ended up that we did get on. I'll tell that story real quick too, because that is a wild story about second ride.
Well, first of all, the only reason maybe it was a little bit unselfish is I could have ended up in Disney jail maybe or kicked out of the park or something.
When I took your band.
So I give my band. I was like, I'm hoping he's going to like sneak it back to me behind the rope after he checks in. But Glenn, no, he sticks it right in front of the cast. You must have been so excited or didn't care or whatever.
No, I had made contact with her. I contact with her and she was like watching the whole thing. And she was like, that's fine.
Did she? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm like going.
Reading her, so I wouldn't do something to put you in Disney jail. Oh goodness.
Do they have a Disney jail? I don't know. It's probably really fun.
We should ask Kevin if they have a Disney jail. I'm sure
Kevin would know. Yeah. I'm sure he's been there.
But no, that was beautiful, and got right into the queue and waited and got on the ride. And of course, I was for my first time, I was by myself, but there were a lot of like kind of young people in my group.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to make of it. So they were, I don't want to spoil anything because obviously, that's why I, went down. I didn't want to get spoiled, but just seeing their reactions and then I had the whole time, my jaw was just on the floor. I was giddy with excitement about everything that was going on. And, couldn't wait to tell everyone about it, but that's the problem. Like you can't tell anyone except people who've already been on it. So
I have a hard time remembering it all. I got to go on it. It's really such I've called it an experience.
Yeah.
They take you through such a story that, I don't know if I can even recreate the whole thing until I go on it a few more times.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you can definitely ride multiple times and have different experiences, see different things too.
So, can I fast forward to the end of the night? So it was getting real late. My flight, I think, left at 9:30. I knew I had to leave Disney property at 8:00. I was going to take an Uber so I could stay as late as possible. And I got to say, it was probably getting on to 7. Maybe the numbers are fuzzy here, but we had given up. Jeff and I had given up. I think they were in the low 60s. Yeah, they were in the low 60s. They were not going to make it to our numbers. And so we went to Toy Story Land. I said, let's go on a ride together. All the rides had long waits. So we stood in line for Alien Swirling Saucers. And we were all going to go on that. And then I remembered I had forgotten to pick up my magnet, my pass holder magnet at Epcot. So I figured, on my way out of Hollywood Studios, I jump on the Skyliner, go over to Epcot, grab the pass holder magnet, and get my Uber from there and head to the airport.
Wow, you really had lost hope.
Yeah, we had totally lost hope. I left the line of Alien Swirling Saucers, left Jeff, Danielle, and the kids in that line. And they were there with some friends, and I left. And I said, I'll walk past, Rise of the Resistance just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you know, as I was walking past it was just like when you and I walked past it, having given up earlier that morning. It said, we're back online, start queuing up over here. So I got in the line and I called Jeff and I was like, get over here. They just opened it up.
Oh, what number were they on?
And they expanded to 82. So we were all in. So they jumped all the way up to 82.
Really?
I think they recognized that people had scattered, had given up on the ride. So they opened up a huge 20 boarding passes could come on board. And there weren't many people there. Again, I really think it had been a day when they had been down at least 4, maybe 5 times.
It was just, it's weird because I think the 2 previous days we were monitoring and it looked like things were moving really well. I know you were monitoring.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. So that was very, very frustrating. And, we're sweating bullets. I mean, I was happy because I'd been on it. Jeff was okay because he knew that he still had another few days there that he would try again. But, so we had all kind of given up. And so I got him on the phone and I said, they're boarding, come on over. And he said, oh, well, we're almost at the front of this alien swirling saucers line. And I was like, okay, I'll wait here. I'll stand in the line. And as it condenses, you can meet me when I'm at the front or something like that. So I stood in the line. The entire line went through. No Jeff. I called him up again and I was like, where are you? What's going on here? It's like, well, we're about third from going on Alien Swirling Saucers. So I was like, why are you choosing Alien Swirling Saucers instead of Rise of the Resistance? Like this thing could go down at any moment. They're going to dump the queue again. Nobody's going to get to go. Get over here. He rode Alien Swirling Saucers. They came running after Alien Swirling Saucers. I was standing there with my arms. Like, what is wrong with you, brother? I thought I taught you better.
Yeah. And is he younger?
Yes, my little bro.
Your little brother.
Padawan.
You still got to teach him.
Anyway, we did finally get on. We had to use a rider swap because their youngest didn't want to go on or couldn't go on. I can't remember if there's a height requirement, but she didn't want to go on. So Jeff and I and Andy, the boy, we went on it. And then when we got done, I took the baby Melody, and Jeff, Andy, and Danielle got to go on it.
Nice.
And as soon as they got off the ride, and luckily the rider swap, second half, the rider swap, you go through the fast pass queue. So you go right on.
Oh, they have a fast pass queue.
Yeah, it goes right onto the ride.
Wow.
And she was out in 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I think that ride experience is 18 minutes. So it was very quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we had waited an hour. It was getting real close. And so I'm starting to sweat because it's getting real close to 8 o'clock and I've got to go catch my flight. And they're still on the ride. I'm with their kid. And I was like, oh, God, please let them have gone on the fast pass queue to go very fast. And they came out. Everyone was smiling. Everyone was happy. I gave Melody back and I sprinted. I did actually run out of the park, catch the Skyliner, go to Epcot. I grabbed a deconstructed thing on my way and I was eating. That was all I had. That was my dinner. I didn't have any time to eat a dinner. I grabbed the deconstructed whatever because it had a short line and it was the end of the night and grabbed my magnet and called an Uber. I called the Uber from Mouse Gears and was like, it'll take him a few minutes. And it was 2 minutes. And so then I was running out of the Epcot, gates and caught the Uber sweating and explained to him. And then I ate my dinner on the plane. I just walked onto the plane. It was nuts. It was an insane last 4 or 5 hours of Disney World. But that's kind of how Glen Kessler rolls at Disney World. So
what a whirlwind.
And it was a weekend.
So how's your deconstructed Reuben?
It was fine. I didn't taste it. It was so fine.
Roughed.
Yeah.
Here I'm savoring every morsel, and he's eating it on the run.
Eating it on the run, yeah. No time for taking Instagram.
That's not right.
I think I maybe did take an Instagram.
You weren't taking a photo of it. Oh my!
You got to pause for.
Gosh, how crazy! What a crazy weekend. Well, so how was my couch?
Couch was good. Couch was comfy.
What'd you think of the? So we're doing a true trip report. How was the old Key West resort? Do you remember?
2:30 a.m. Old Key West is beautiful. No, I didn't see much of the resort.
I like the picture. I
only saw it in the dark, right?
Yeah, I like the picture of you and I sneaking in at midnight into the.
Yeah, that was cute.
That was good. You're very creative.
Up the kids.
You're very creative. But that room's pretty cool. I mean, I like the resort. I was not happy with that location that we had for obvious reasons. We were as far back. Did you walk over? You walked over to the main building. It was
only about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, for me it was 14, but
yeah.
You're a lot faster than me.
Well, and I explored the grounds. I mean, like I said, I really love walking around when nobody else is around, when Disney is all yours. So I walked the pool grounds, the volleyball court ground, the bonfire. They've got all these cool things out there by the main house. Yes. And, you could just imagine, spending a day there. You could really enjoy yourself at the pool and the bocce courts and shuffle ball. They got everything there. I mean, really, you could spend a whole day just on the ground for these places.
Amanda doesn't want to stay in the ghetto, though. She wants to stay there. Yeah, the first time we stayed there, we were in a building right across the street from the main building. And then, it worked out well for me. I was disappointed at first, but, my coffee walks, really to tell my whole story from the day as I get up and walk and talk with my recorder, I really need about 30 minutes to do my spiel. And so it worked out quite well. I was disappointed that the woman doing the coffee, she was a young lady and she was late. She's supposed to have the coffee out there at 6 a.m. But she was always like 20 after. Well, yeah. So
if you ever get hard pressed, go into the lobby room, and they had a Keurig.
They did.
In there at 2:30.
She said that to me. But I had my mug, like
you wanted.
I had the Star Wars mug. Like, how can you get that underneath the Keurig?
I don't know.
And I want my Joffreys. I want man. I live for that.
Yeah, these are some serious first world problems. I know. Do you want to talk about G3 tonight?
Yeah, well, we can finish up. I mean, we'll stay on a few more minutes here.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Do you have
that? This is wonderful.
Do you have? Yeah, I'm glad we talked about that. Catching up on the good times we had.
Yeah.
So yeah, was your wife happy that you She
Yeah, I mean,
pleased?
she was happy for me
Yeah.
that everything kind of went as well as it did. That I got to meet my artists friends and chat with them and had great conversation with Kevin John, and then that I got to go on the ride that
Yeah.
was the reason for the whole trip twice. I mean, like in one day, that doesn't happen. That can't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I was happy. She was very happy for me.
All right.
But she had like not a flu because she had the flu check, but she had a high temperature and had been feeling pretty crummy
Yes.
for the week prior and even that weekend that she was there alone. And I asked her, I was like, you want me to stay? And she was like, no, you gotta go do this thing. So I was glad to be back and
She
be able to help
survived.
her.
Yeah. Good for her. Well, that was awful nice of her to.
She's amazing. She's a trooper.
Yes, that was so fun that she put that together with us.
Well, I'm going to pay her back for that. We've got that March trip. We've got 5 days, her and I, no kids,
Oh wow.
staying at the Polynesian, and I'm gonna show her a great time. The first
Yeah.
night,
Is
the
this
first
in
day
March?
we arrive, we're still doing the 6 a.m. flight,
Yeah.
so we'll arrive on property around 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I am just gonna kind of shower her in. Spa treatments at the Grand Floridian.
Oh, okay.
Putting together
So this is the trip.
Facial pedicure package for her 6 hour.
Oh wow.
Kind of thing. So
wow. Yeah, you really want her to love Disney World, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's the plan.
There's a devious plan here in the background of this. Your
I may have to go full Jeff McCartney on this spa situation to
all the extras.
But,
nice.
We got Toledo that night, and we got some special things planned for that. So I'll talk about that, of course. Online, I'll always share those.
Yeah. Have you ever stayed at the Polynesian?
Well, when I was a kid, I remember going with my parents, and we stayed at the Polynesian in January. It was so cold; the pool was empty, and
nice.
No one was doing that, but
right.
No, not as an adult. But I do love that resort. I know that's a favorite for you, and I try to make a point of laying on the beach at some point during every trip if I can.
Nice. Yeah, I love. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So good for you guys. That's in March. Wow.
Yeah, late March.
Okay. Well, I noticed that Samantha reminded me. She knows she's got on her calendar that I'm going to be in New York on the 28th of March. Is that what you're saying? If you're still here, Samantha, she said 28th, it's on my calendar when we were talking about that Broadway. So I get to, awesome. Hopefully I'll catch up with Samantha on that trip to New York. Yeah. If anyone else is going to be in New York, I'm going to probably put that out there too. Lindsay and I are going to be in New York for the weekend. So yeah, she said, yes. Cool. Yeah. So hopefully we can catch up with each other, maybe have lunch or something. So G3, what's your thoughts? I mean, we were talking about how my thoughts are, I love how the pattern is really mimicking what we did before. I thought we got great feedback that things were really successful in a lot of different reasons. Yep. I love that we had that big weekend, and then the second weekend was the run event. In this case, it was the wine and dine for the G3, the last one. But this time, it's a big one. It's the Princess Half Marathon. This just happened this way, really. Yeah. I mean, we're kind of following what Kevin's doing, and what you got. A couple of you guys that are helping me plan that are important to this, kind of wanted to do that first weekend, and so I'm really pleased. I'm really feeling comfortable with the dates now.
Yeah, I agree. And I actually, we talked at the beginning of the podcast about that I could only come for the weekend. I've actually changed my work schedule. I've taken the week between the two weekends off. And so I'm going to stay for a good bit. So I'll arrive probably on Friday, the 12th, and just stay till whenever.
Are you bringing anybody?
I'm trying to work on them. If March goes well, then with Sarah, then she might be able to come back.
All right.
That
would be awesome.
I'd love for them to come. I'd love for the kids to come. I'd love for her to come and see what this community, this family is all about.
Did you see?
I'll work on them.
Man, I'm getting this. We still got a year away. I'm getting good news on this all the time. So that's awesome. Did you see Michelle Young from the Disney Dream Girls is planning on coming with AJ?
Yeah, AJ, Michelle Young, and Kevin, the British invasion
The British invasion.
happening. The cousins from across the pond. That's gonna
Oh,
be
Kevin just gave us good news. He's gotten the time off of work. So,
nice, nice.
so that's all cool. Yeah. So in terms of adding on or doing the same, what's your thoughts on?
Yeah, so I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I thought it went really well, obviously the last time, and the blueprint was beautiful.
That's a good
But
word
I was
for it. The
thinking
blueprint.
it yeah, so the blueprint of the Saturday Kessler run, still like that idea. I would probably recommend that we trim it down from 6 hours to 3 hours, because I know a lot of people are coming in and they want to spend time doing their things and their family things. So a kind of a hot and heavy, very concentrated,
Ooh.
whatever park opening is, I'm assuming nine to noon or something like that.
Okay.
Make your
Oh,
three
okay.
fast passes early, or one or two fast passes early, and then see if you can kind of book it. And by noon, meet somewhere, grab some lunch,
Okay.
and do the awards, maybe Pinocchio or something like that. That could be a better way to do Kessler Run.
Okay.
And then, of course, I know you've got the official meetup, for that Sunday, for the next day. There were a lot of other activities that had gotten thrown out there, including the bingo scavenger hunt that Selena and Jackie put together.
That's right. We'll do that.
Wendy had put together an idea and was starting to build and do some reconnaissance on a resort loop kind of scavenger hunt type thing. I think was the idea.
Okay.
I know she's still kind of forming that idea, but I think the gist of it was that it would be tethered to the three main resorts on the resort loop, possibly Wilderness Lodge too, and that there would be things that would have to get done at each of those, pictures or items to grab or trivia questions to answer.
Okay.
I love that idea. I thought that sounded really cool.
What was the time frame did she talk about how she would do that?
I don't know if that was kind of an ongoing thing like the bingo game was over multiple days, or if it was a kind of a very finite, do it in 3 hours, 6 hours kind of a thing on one day. And I don't want to speak for her, but I think she was still kind of putting that all together.
A resort loop lounge thing sounds fun.
Yeah.
Last
that does sound good.
Yeah, last time that Saturday night of Kessler Run, just ad hoc. I think Kevin had you were there. Yeah.
When we went to Enchanted Rose. Yeah.
Enchanted Rose. Right. I was saying Meisner's, but it's Enchanted Rose. Because that was just because Kevin and Deborah were going over for dinner. They had the buffet 1900 Park Fair reserved, but yeah, that was a fun night. I mean, my gosh, there was so many good moments.
They all were.
So yeah, I think, I'd like to do the karaoke if I'm going to add something.
Yep.
If someone does the fireworks cruise, the other thing that someone mentioned, and I think this is a great idea, is to do a dessert party, and just pick a night that we all, that is something that people would pay for individually, but it would be, I think it'd be a lot of fun to have like 20, 30 people from our group invade the Magic Kingdom for a dessert party.
Yeah. I can't imagine how fun that would be to, not only to be together, but to know that we had taken over an event. There's like a special kind of like dry sense of joy you get out of doing something like that. So that'd be great.
People will be wondering, what is these people? It was like during the Kessler Run, there was people hanging around going, what is going on here? This little mob scene.
Yeah. We have to recreate Aunt Judy face on the Tower of Terror.
Yes, we failed at that last time. So maybe we should. We didn't really maybe plan it well enough. We didn't have like fast passes coordinated or something. I don't know.
Yeah, gosh, that takes so much pre-planning.
It's too hard to do.
To let everyone know which day it's going to be.
Yeah.
And, we all need to get fast passes.
Well, if you did it on a rope drop, you could do it.
That's an idea.
We tried to do it on the day I was arriving, and that didn't work for me. Let's see. What's Carl saying here? I have to put together pin trading bingo scavenger hunts for my daughter and her friends. It's a good thing to do in a relaxing way. I'll be happy to share it with anyone that pin trades if you like. Yeah, Carl, definitely get involved. We're going to have people. I envision some of these live meetings having a bunch of people. We'll get some more ideas together. And again, I want to keep track and maybe get a little spreadsheet of what's happening. Obviously, we'll have a little calendar of what's happening and when and where and who's doing what. And what happened last time, different people signed up on their own initiative to organize something.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sure that's going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Rob Maderi? I haven't seen him join in.
I hope he's not working. Oh, he's probably doing it's Valentine's Day.
I wonder if he wasn't feeling well. I don't know if he wasn't feeling well too.
Oh.
I'll have to check in with him.
Okay, so here's my thesis. All right. So all of those things, all of those individual activities.
Yeah.
We call it the Grand Geekin Gathering, right?
Yeah.
What if there was a way to crown the Grand Geek? The geek who had, over the course of the week, accumulated events, activities, points, prizes, Kessler Run victories, Judy Face, participated in everything, bingo challenge, and they were crowned with a nice, wonderful tiara, traveling tiara, the Grand Geek. That would be the hook for the second event, the second weekend or midweek event or something like that.
Oh, to give it away, you mean at the second?
Yeah, so for the first meet is like the first weekend. It's like the day, second day, third day. I think it sounds like most people are arriving. So at that point, we won't have done a lot of activities together.
All right.
But that's a wonderful and amazing hook. And for those who have to leave, that's great. They got that activity in. But for those who are staying for the whole week, to maybe have this like rolling cumulative, kind of event, kind of unfolding. I know, Amanda, Kurt is the Grand Geek. So maybe,
got the red hat.
Maybe the Grand Geek in training.
Honorary, the honorary Grand Geek.
Yeah. But just a way to kind of tie it together. I don't know. I was thinking, so, here's the thing. I don't run these marathons, but it sounds like on the days that there are half marathons and 10Ks at least, I don't know if the 5K is kind enough, but it sounds like those take a lot out of the runners and that they may not want to do activities on those days. So it looks like that's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So planning a meet maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday.
I don't think it's going to work.
All those miles is very difficult, I think.
Well, I'm going to get together with some of those runners and get their opinions on that. It might be Thursday. I think a lot of them like to come in and do the expo, and they're relaxed, and it's kind of a fun day for them. So that would be my thought that's what they're going to say.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, because the Friday's the 5K, and that's less of a, but they're in game mode. They're in like focus on that experience kind of mode. So the Thursday is the playful day, and if you were looking, if you're still exploring, if you wanted to do a second event, a second kind of big event, I think all of the runners would be there by Thursday, and like you said, that's the fun day,
hopefully
the exciting day.
Well, I think if we promote it too, like if we promote it that this is going to be a fun thing for a Geekin Run team to do. Be there Thursday and come to the meet and go to the expo, have a nice relaxing Thursday fun day with us, and then do your run thing. I don't know, Kevin, if he's thinking of walking. We were thinking maybe doing the 5K and doing a walk, and I think even Susan mentioned to me she might want to do it. Got to get our tutus off eBay or something. Marissa mentions one here too, a tour. That's been mentioned too. If geeks coordinated a time that they wanted to do a tour, and where were we? I know it was with Judy somewhere. Maybe it was during that recording. But I think an Epcot tour would be fun to do. Maybe a World Showcase tour. I haven't done that one. I've done the behind the scenes. But the reason that is a good idea too, there's a double bonus there because you get the fireworks show. You get a special VIP seating for that.
Oh wow!
Which is even better than a fast pass. Mm-hmm. So if you do the tour, you're able to do the VIP seating for the fireworks. So that would make it for a fun geek meet kind of event.
Yeah, I love the idea
Enjoy.
of tours, and Selena had put together a poll that don't know how many people did, but it looked like there was a lot of interest amongst those who did fill it out.
Yeah.
For tours, for a variety of tours, and I personally, I'm someone who goes down solo a lot, and wouldn't really want to go on a tour by myself, but I would absolutely be interested in going
True.
with geeks, and I think that would be a very fun experience. So whether it's one or two or three tours, some of the animal tours or the seeds tour or some of the bigger tours, that would be great.
Yeah, Marissa says, so I've done the seeds tour. I've done this tea tasting one that Marissa is mentioning here. I don't know if I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I thought that was a special thing. The tea tasting one, like a DVC that I did, but I could be wrong, but I agree with you. I think the great thing about the G3 is if people do want to go solo, they don't have to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
They can hang out with friends from the show, and doing a tour would be, I think, or going out to dinner or whatever you're doing. You don't have to be alone.
Right.
So let's see. We got a question here. What would be the best day for a tour? Maybe Friday. Friday, if you're talking about the first, yeah, it could be. We had was it Friday that we did the Be Our Guest breakfast? No. I think it was Saturday. Well, that was Saturday.
Saturday, probably, yeah.
That was Saturday, too.
That's the run Saturday. Yeah, that's right. That's how we started the day.
We had a lot going on.
We did. Crammed a lot into a little time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was also thinking, Monday, Tuesday, if there are people who are staying between the week, I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would be pretty free of, Kessler Run, bingo, the big activities that draw on a lot of people. So then, kind of more people might want to do some of those breakout. I mean, I think it really comes down to just getting a better sense of how long people are staying. Like, are people just coming for one weekend or the other weekend, or are there going to be enough people who are there through the weekdays? And, should we plan activities there? So, I know.
So it's already happening while we're talking. These two, Marissa and Samantha, are talking about organizing a tour, and and guys, just thank you for that. So
that's how it happens.
We'll and I was thinking last time I'll definitely put together. We've got an organizing group that has like 20 people in it, but maybe we're getting close to it. We're within a year now, and we can set up. I'm going to start, if I see people who want to go, we'll put them in a group. But I'd like to have the chatter happen in our main group too. So you can let other people, as new people come in, we'll still have new listeners. We'll probably have new listeners this year.
Right.
And they might catch on quick, we might not scare them off, but, so they can see the excitement that's happening too. And they might warm up to coming down too. So, solo ladies have lots of thoughts. Yeah, I think those solo ladies would be a great group of organizers. And I know some of them, and I know they are. So I think I'm going to put them in charge of organizing all the events. They'll have plenty of great ideas. I won't have to do much of anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, save me a couple hours on Saturday, ladies, please.
Yeah, Saturday is the Kessler Run. Don't touch that space. 9 to noon. And this time, Glenn, I'm not going to prepare a speech. I think I'm going to just be prepared to speak this time. Yeah. I want to make sure I thank everyone that's there and is involved and has been a part of the show a little better than I did last time. But I'll try not to break down either.
No, it was perfect. It was perfect the way it went down the last time. I mean, the tears, getting choked up, that was. I'm still
choked up.
More than any words you could have strung together, really.
It still crosses my mind. I am still shook up from that meetup that day, that weekend, especially that weekend. Like you said, I mean, I was running on pure adrenaline. I don't know where that energy came from, except for pure adrenaline and excitement. And seeing I mean, meeting a lot of these people for the first time. I think it'll still be the same. I was thinking about this. It'll be it'll be a year since I've seen or more, seen some of the people. And then, seeing you guys again is going to bring back the same emotions, but, and having more people and, it will be pretty awesome. I think we're going to have more people now. I was worried about February. I was worried about the timing. It does not seem to be scaring anyone off, and I'm excited about the art festival. I think the art festival is awesome, and maybe we can get Rodell involved too. He'll come over probably for the meetup.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, and doing some of those art photo pass things, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people may have never been to the art festival, so another good excuse. And I think the timing's good to. I mean, you never get a downtime at Disney World. That question always bothers me. A lot of birthdays in February.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What's he saying? He has my back. What do you have my back for?
Maybe he's still talking about Disney jail. Get you out.
If he's got everyone else's shirt on his back except for mine. You ever notice that? He's got the Dubs the Dub shirt today. He was showing off. What's Chad doing? February, January, due to weather. Yeah. I hope it'll be a little warmer later in February. So
February has a holiday, which is one less day off work. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and this one does overlap. That first weekend is
President's weekend?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, it might be mobbed, huh?
Yeah, it's President's and Valentine's, so that's going to be kind of insane. But geeks know how to handle busy crowds.
I'm not worried.
It'll be challenging for the Kessler run on that day, though. That's going to be a tight.
Magic Kingdom will be
passes at 11 o'clock. We are going to be going round and round on Small World. How much do you want that prize?
Is it they do have a fast pass, that's right.
Yes. Not that you used it, but they do have one. Yeah.
You know what? I'd swear I've been really blown away at the lines. This past trip that I was at.
Yeah.
Again, my frustration. I get this question a lot, and sometimes it's coworkers or whatever. They're like, "What's the best time of the year to go?" And they think there is one, and the truth of the matter is, the best rides always have big lines, and even I'm seeing like Small World. I'm walking by that in January, and there's this humongous line to get in Small World, and the one that's really blowing me away is People Mover. It's like, is it down or something? Like this line is like. And it's not even moving. The guy was blocking it. The first time we were, it's like a week into before I can even get on the People Mover. And I had to go early morning in order to get on that. We basically rope dropped the People Mover in order to get on it. So, I mean, you cannot ask that question. You can't go, even if you're going at a time when you think it's low crowds, that's the wrong frame of mind to go. Because you have got to use your crowd beating tricks and anytime you go.
No, it makes me very happy to be someone in the know, to be a geek, to be someone who has done the research, but it makes me very sad for friends of mine who either don't know or won't do the research, don't want to learn, don't want to give the time invested in this. I'll just show up. What's the worst that can happen?
They get disappointed.
You don't ride any rides, you don't eat any food that you want, and you leave thinking Disney was a bad experience, which, Disney's a very smart company. They keep playing supply and demand games. They charge more, hoping that they'll hit that.
Yeah.
They don't want a tipping point. They just want to maximize the money. And, you hope that as the cost goes up, the crowds go down, but the crowds don't go down. They just we all keep paying more. There's just that many people who want to do it.
Amanda brings up a great point here. And this is the thing Mom's most concerned about are the price of the flights. I might be driving down with Judy if they're nutso. I am a cheapskate when it comes to flights. I've been so spoiled with my 200 round trip flights.
Yeah.
And so, I get that, Amanda. That's the one thing, Mom. It's funny when you're trying to pick these dates, everyone's got an opinion. I was hearing different things. When you're trying to organize something with a large group of people, trying to hit the sweet spot, This is the one thing that's concerning to me is the mom is telling me about the flight. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be driving. I don't want to do that either. Oh my gosh.
Well, maybe all the more reason to be planning this so far in advance. We can keep an eye on those Fare Finder apps and see if we can find something for less.
Amanda. Where is Amanda? I don't know where she lives. She must be close to where I am because I'm 20 hours. She's probably in Ohio. Is Amanda in Ohio? No, or is she one of those Pennsylvania people? Those Pennsylvania people. Washington State.
Oh, Linda.
No, you'll be flying. So awesome. Well, Glenn, I think we had some fun talking about your last trip and also getting a start on the Grand Geekin Gathering, the family reunion.
The family reunion. I really like that name.
I do too.
Branding you.
I'm trying to settle in on the official name. I like them both, so I haven't really forced one or the other.
Yeah.
Marissa's 18 hours.
Wait, whatever you call it.
Northeast Geek Caravan. We can rent a bus. We'll pick up people along the way, Glenn. You're halfway.
The Magical Express extra long.
Oh, so before I go, that just reminded me. I really want to get to Washington this year too.
DC?
Yeah, for like a weekend.
Awesome.
So I'll let you know. I'll coordinate with you if you could maybe spend the day down there. I want to do that. Would you do the? You must know the museums and stuff pretty well.
Yeah. Well, we go there all the time. We're going tomorrow, actually. Hit some of the museums up.
I got a connection. Yeah, so I'd love to.
Well, more than a connection, you've got even better than a couch. You've got the guest room, the haunted mansion bed.
Wow.
Waiting for you.
Wow.
The ghost host will be watching you. So
I wasn't thinking.
We've got a whole floor, basically.
Nice. No, so yeah, I definitely would like. I've gone through Washington as a adult chaperone for a church work camp trip that we drove through on our way to, I think it was North Carolina. And then on the way home, we stopped through. So I just had a drive by and I was able to walk the mall kind of a little bit. But in a band trip, our band marched, my youngest son, Ben, played the drums, and we did a 4th of July weekend, which was a crazy weekend. It was like we had a lot of mishaps, buses breaking down and kids getting sick and passing out and all kinds of stuff. But and then things didn't work out. Like the Capitol was closed. There was a threat, some kind of threat on the Capitol building, and so we couldn't get in there. And so I always have wanted to go and do a weekend there. So
awesome! Yeah,
I'll see if I can tell Mom about it. And I want to.
You know when you're thinking about doing?
Definitely when the weather is warmer.
Yeah.
Spring or summer.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. I'm gone all of June. That's when I go to France.
Okay.
Run the classes there, but yeah.
All right, then I know that. So, all right, I gotta firm it up with Mom. See if she'll come with me.
Excellent. Maybe a little impromptu geek meet.
That would be fine. I just love to see the city.
Cool.
And the sites. I love the American history and stuff like that too. So
excellent.
All right, dude. Good talking to you.
Oh, great. Thanks for having me on, man. Yeah, good to talk with the geeks and and get a little planning going for the next big meetup.
Yeah, we'll have to keep talking, and I think we're gonna have a pretty good. I'm glad this is a year out. This is gonna work out good. I'm excited to promote it and get people down there. Chris Cates just joined.
Better late than never.
Chris, we're leaving. I was thinking about Chris recently. Chris. So before I leave, I'm trying to interview. I had a request to do a Disneyland. So I want to tell you this too, Glenn. So I had the biggest Patreon supporter I ever had come in this week. So I was messaging this person. I won't say because she didn't give me permission, but she's going to Disneyland soon, and she wants to get some information on Disneyland. And so I told her I would contact Michelle Young, and I would do a Disneyland trip report with her. And she just and Chris, I want to do a trip report with you, Chris, on your Disneyland trip that you just got back from. So Chris is there. So Chris, I'm going to contact you, and it'll be a short one. I think you were only there for a few days, so I'll do half and half. Like I'll do half with Chris, and then I'll do also with Michelle Young, and have a Disneyland show to put together. So Kevin is still up. Kevin, go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. It's been a long week. Well, great talking to you, Glenn.
Great talking to you, Kurt. Thanks for everything.
See you, bud.
See you. Bye, geeks.
End the broadcast.
Awesome. That was great.
Good fun. Yes, we will. I probably should. I've been using this free version of this StreamYard. The only thing paying for it would do for me is put my logo in there instead of the StreamYard one.
No, it's fine.
I'm like, I don't know. What do I care?
Right. Right. Absolutely.
I'm putting this only in our Facebook group. So
yeah, for the dozen or so people who tune in, they know.
Chris
and
says,
you always wear the hat. So they're here.
Oh, you had your hat. I didn't even notice.
I did. I had to tip it up though, because when I switched around from where I was set up before, the light was so terrible. So I had to have that hat up. But no, Kessler. There we go.
I love that.
Me too. It's so cool. I wear it out and people have no idea.
I didn't know the Kessler. Where did I hear the Kessler run? I didn't realize that was a Star Wars
yeah, that's where it came from.
I had no idea.
The Kessel run.
Kessler run?
Well, no, it's the Kessel. So that's the Han Solo does the Kessel run. I mean, he references it in the first movie when he's talking about that the Millennium Falcon is the fastest ship in the galaxy. It did the Kessel run in 12 parsecs.
Yes, I think I was rewatching the movie and I heard that and went, oh, I didn't. I was like, I was laughing.
Double entendre. That's it.
I had no idea. See, yeah. I keep learning about Disney.
Have you seen the movie Solo yet?
Yes, my son Ben and I went to see it when it was in the theater.
He does the Kessel run. That's what he does.
Did he?
When they're getting that stuff from the droid planet and they're taking it to get refined, and then they get the bad guys, which turn out to be the good guys at the end. That planet was Kessel, and that's the Kessel run when they're getting away from that gigantic squid and they go through the squid. That's the Kessel run. So now you know.
See, I'm always learning, Glenn.
My Padawan.
I don't claim to be the know-it-all. I got plenty of people to teach me.
That's right. You've got your team of geeks.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to sign off and go to bed.
Get some rest. Talk soon, man.
Yep.
Let me know about DC. That sounds good.
Yeah, I will. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.